It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Imagine a time when people scoffed at the idea of a new shoe brand, really dismissing it, saying it's not even possible, it's not needed. Phil Knight, the founder of Nike, he faced very similar situation. And maybe you was like that, by the way, when you first got started. You're launching something new like Phil Knight. And you know what people told Phil Knight about a running shoe? Despite his passion, despite his enthusiasm, you know what they said? The world doesn't need another running shoe, especially in track. And he really, Phil Knight, this wasn't the first time he had encountered a failure, just like myself and maybe like you. He had many failures before he was launching Nike. In fact, when he was selling encyclopedias door to door, they told him, no, we don't need more encyclopedias. But you know, he didn't stop. He didn't listen to what they had to say. Instead, he decided to do something different. And isn't this what life is about? Phil Knight said, I'm not going to take the traditional approach, okay? I'm not going to just listen to what people are saying about track shoes. I'm going to go to the customer. So he went to high schools. He went to track stars. He went to parents. And he said, look, I have this shoe, and I know it's going to help you not only in track, but feel better. Well, this unconventional approach, it led to Nike really opening and cracking the door. What's the message for you as a CEO that we all can learn? Well, 3 lessons, firstly. Number 1, love what you do with so much passion that you feel bad if someone doesn't buy from you or you didn't offer to solve their problem. And Phil Knight had that passion. He felt that passionate about it. Number 2, toss out the traditional sales methods. You didn't see him trying to be sneaky or say certain words or use a script. Instead, he focused on solving the problem, not just focusing on the feature and benefits, but how it was unique and what it would do for them. And number 3, it's about having a sales system. It's about having a sales system. It's about having a sales system as a CEO. You do that, just like Nike, your sales results will explode. You'll have more impact in the world, and you'll make a bigger difference. With that being said, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name is Shay Brown. I'm your host, and so glad you're here. Thank you for joining us this morning or this afternoon or whatever time it is, wherever you are. We're going to go ahead and do our personal mantra. We do this every single morning. It's one of my favorite things to do, and we're going to continue to do it, and I believe it with every fiber in my heart, and I want you to repeat these words after me. If you can't be in sales, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Let's go ahead and show them that. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. Now, we do like a pledge every day as well, because as a CEO, I think there's a couple things you need to do. When we look at our business every morning, there's a pledge that we can say. And I want you to repeat after me. I must learn, earn, and return. Now, we take about 60 seconds to do this, but it's just that important to me. I want you to go ahead and take a look over here. I must learn, earn, and return. Now, on the right-hand side, here's what the mantra is. I have to learn something new in order. Repeat after me. Go ahead, repeat after me. Seriously. Seriously, how much you repeat? I have to learn something new in order to earn new revenue from current clients in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must earn, learn, and I must return. That's something that we're going to say every single morning. Now, we're at the 3-minute and 48-second mark. I think that's one of the most important things that we can do. We have 3 objectives every morning we kick off. I got a lot of buttons over here, so let me make sure I can get those. We have 3 objectives every single day. Number 1 objective is sales growth. So you show up 15 minutes a day. That's all we ask in order to build your business and be in this conversation with CEOs that doesn't exist anywhere on the planet. Number 2, it's about addressing any roadblocks. So we're not going to have blinders on and just believe and just be enthusiastic and just have this discipline and go, go, go. No, we understand there's roadblocks. We're going to address them. And number 3, and this is a core of our belief here at the CEO Sales Huddle, every CEO must know and understand the 5 sales pillars in order to be successful and grow your business. Number 1, sales planning. So we're going to plan. We're going to execute. We know what we're going to do. Number 2, sales cycles, which is how we bring in clients, the funnels they go through, and how do we accelerate their cycle from the time they start with us to the time they purchase. Number 3, our sales message. We have all embraced the one philosophy that our words will make us rich. And I want to remind you of that because it's your sales message. Your marketing's role is to go out there and find people with a problem. But sales has to let marketing know the message that they've got to take to the market. That's very, very important, by the way. And then number 4, sales indicators. We have the number 1 sales tool to help you get to $100,000 a month, and that's the CEO sales dashboard. And number 5, this is the 5 pillars every CEO must know and understand in order to grow their business and make money, and that's to have a sales team. Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. Now, if you haven't accessed your CEO sales dashboard, I want you to head on over there right now. This is very important because we're going to take about 1 minute and go through this when we get there. Go to www.ceosaleshuddle.com, www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Once you get there, go ahead and put in your information, and I want you to opt in. And the reason I want you to do that is I want you to have the number 1 sales tool that's going to help you get to $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. You do that, and you'll be right there. Now, every morning, I like to always share what our outcomes are. Now, for those folks that are new, we're at the 6-minute and 17-second mark. For those folks that are new, welcome. For those folks that are here every morning, and I love getting in the comments, thank you for the DMs. Some of you send me personal text messages. I'm very humbled. Do me a favor, check in. Look right below the video. If you're watching this live or you're watching on the platform, you can do that. Some of you got the download. Some of you are on demand right now. Some of you listen to the podcast. But look right below if you can, even if it's the replay, and put hashtag I'm here. Let's all check in. Hashtag I'm here. You showed up. If you're watching the replay, yes, you still showed up. So put hashtag replay. It's not stupid. It's not corny. It's a check-in, and you now have checked in with the world. I'm here in the conversation. For those that are new, I'll take a minute and kind of share what the CEO Sales Huddle is all about, because this is the number 1 place the CEOs get together in order to execute. So let me tell you what the CEO Sales Huddle is about so you know. The CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So we know you know how to sell. We know you're a business owner. We know you're a CEO. But here's the question that all CEOs do. They ask the question, how can I grow the business? And you only grow the business through sales. You only grow the business through new customers. You can increase revenue with the existing base, but you only grow the business through new customers. And the only way to get new customers is through sales. So that's why we get here, how to get there fast. Okay, with the 7-minute and 40-second mark, we're about to go to the most important part, which I love to do, which is the CEO dashboard. Why do we exist? What's the big why? For all my new folks, I want you to know we're here for 3 reasons. Sales growth. That's why you give me 15 minutes a day and you're with other CEOs like you. Sales growth, sales growth, sales growth, sales growth. And of course, accountability and consistency. At the end of the day, as a CEO, when you work with your team, you work with yourself, you get up every single day, you focus on one area. So we ask for 15 minutes a day. The 15 minutes you give us every single day is very important because this 15 minutes as part of our outcome represents 1% of the day. We're at the 8-minute and 20-second mark. I'm about to get into the CEO sales dashboard, but I've got to share with you, and I'm not moving fast. Welcome, all of you. I'm so glad you're here. I have to share with you our number 1 outcome. This is the only reason you show up every single month, every single day for 15 minutes a day. Oh, I can't show it to you. Here we go. Our number 1 outcome every single day when we show up is $100,000 per month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. And this is revenue, which turns into income for many of you. So that's why we're here. 15 minutes a day, 1% of your day. There's 1,000, well, I said it already, 440 minutes in every day. But I think it's so important. I mean, seriously, it's just that important to me. All right, now we're going to move on to the CEO sales dashboard. Arguably, the reason why you're here. We're at the 9-minute and 13-second mark. I take about 3 minutes every single morning, and I go through the CEO sales dashboard for one reason. Put this in your notes. What gets measured gets managed. You show up just to be in the conversation, but if you're not measuring it, then it's really hard to manage it. If you can do that, you're in the top 1% of the world that can do that. So this is not a class. This is about you and I checking in as CEOs. So let's go ahead and pull up the CEO sales dashboard. If you haven't downloaded, go over to ceosaleshuddle.com. Can you show me? Make sure that you do that. And we go over 5 indicators. We look at leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, the CEO sales dashboard is the number 1 sales tool for CEOs to use to get to $100,000 per month of predictable, reliable income. I can't stress that enough. So let's go over here now. So you open up, how can I get, there we go. You open up now your CEO sales dashboard. Now, many of you have this. You've already downloaded an Excel sheet. We made it easy. There's 5 categories. Every morning, I spend about a minute in one category. You go in right now and plug in your numbers from yesterday. So you take it over. This has 7 days on it. Yours has all 31 days on it. And you go ahead to today's date. Once you get there, I want you to put down how many leads came into your database yesterday. Now, if my team can do this for you, many of you have an assistant, many of you have a sales manager, many of you have an operations manager, some of you have COOs. I don't know what a better use of their freaking time is every single day, but to make sure this is filled out for you. So in the morning when you show up and we come together as CEOs, you just pull this up. Okay, seriously. I mean, it's the best. Well, I'll say this. It's the highest and best use of your time. Matter of fact, I'll say that as the message of the day. So leads, appointments, how many appointments were set, how many were run, how many offers were made, and then what deals came in. Now, there's subcategories here. I'm going to go through this in just a moment, but I want you to listen in because I go deep in one area. With the 11-minute mark, so I'm going to go about 60 seconds deep, or I think I'm 90 seconds deep in one area. So let's bring it back to me. Let's make sure you can get me on here. And let's go here. And today's, we're going to be talking about offers. So each morning, I pick one category. If I can pull it up for you. Here we go. I pick one category, and we go deep in that one category. So today, we're going deep in offers. Now, there's subcategories. You can use these subcategories however you want. But today we're focused on offers. Now, under offers, I want you to put down how many offers were made yesterday just to get a credit card. Some of you don't do this, so you can just put 0 because that's not important to you. For you or your team or individuals. The other one is signed contract. So we sent a contract to someone yesterday to sign. And so we made the offer last week. We had another conversation. We had to tweak some things. We put it then in writing, and we sent it off to the individual. So we have down yesterday one that we made an offer for a signed contract. And the third one is where we give ourselves credit. Now, we're at the 12-minute and 21-second mark. And this is a category. You can put as many categories you want, but I like next steps because the team is working hard. Sales has worked hard, branding's working hard, marketing's working hard, and we all come together as one. But sales has had a conversation with someone, whether over the phone, face-to-face, through a video, through a masterclass, through a webinar, through Zoom, through StreamYard, however they met with them, and they might have made an offer to meet again, to collaborate, an offer to meet again, to get referrals. One of my clients, her whole focus this week is setting time to give referrals and receive referrals during this top part of the year. And so every time she makes that offer, that's pretty cool. That's like a next step. So I don't know. I haven't seen her numbers, but I'm sure today she'll probably at least have 2 or 3 down. One a day is her goal, to ask someone to meet just to collaborate for an offer. So she's going to have 1 down. I'm 100% confident. It's not about her. This is about you as a CEO, you and your business, and you taking what we put together and customized it for you. Now, there's deals and there's repeat business. We'll talk about those on the next episode. We're at the 13-minute, and where are we? Okay, good. Well, we're doing really well. This is good. This is good. We only ask for 15 minutes a day, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes a day to go over what I think is the most important part, which is the CEO sales dashboard. There's independent places in here that you can use. And now we're going to go to a segment. We're at the 13-minute and 45-second mark. Okay, we're doing good. We're doing good. We can do this in a minute. Now we're going to go to another segment called Celebrate Wins. Celebrate Wins, and we take a look at where we are, and we're not going to beat ourselves up. We're going to acknowledge ourselves for what we've done. And I like to look at it from 3 perspectives. Let's pull this over so we don't go into CEO overtime. That's if I go extra 2 or 3 minutes. And Celebrate Wins, I want you to look at a couple things. Ask yourself 3 questions. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So, what are you most proud of yesterday? Seriously, like just think about that. You can write it down if you want to as a CEO. Hey, I only asked for 30 seconds here. Another one, what was your biggest accomplishment yesterday for yourself or for your team or for your organization as it relates to sales? Let's celebrate that. And then if you can come on right now and you can represent your company that you lead. You're the leader. We're not looking at no one else right now. You're the CEO. You're the leader or the chief sales officer or you're a sales manager. So many sales managers on here. So many supervisors. Hey, I know supervisors. This is cool stuff. I know it's new for you, but you can use it at your team meeting, by the way. Is what do you want to brag about? And at your team meeting, you can do that. You can say, hey, what do you want to brag about yesterday? And you never know. Maybe they made the call that they were afraid of. Maybe they sent the email off. Maybe they learned something new or learned something different about the product. It doesn't matter. Celebrate your wins. Okay, we have 15 minutes and 8 seconds. I'm going to go into what I call now the Shea Brown overtime. We're going to see overtime, but we'll be done this in a second. And the next one we're going to focus on is, what are some roadblocks that are out there? I'm looking at my calendar. I'm looking at what I have to do. I'm looking at the challenges I have in front of me. So I'm thinking, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Was it a distraction? Was it a client? Was it just you? And some days it just isn't there. Maybe the energy is just not there. The clarity is just not there. The creativity is just not there. That's okay. What is preventing you today from moving the business forward as it relates to sales, which is the oxygen for every successful business in history? Every case study we've done, no sales, there's no business. Let's be very clear. What is the one thing you can do today that if you did it would move the business forward? We're going to continue to work. Thanks for all the feedback. For those folks that send his personal DMs, you can drop me a DM over at I am Che Brown. Share what you're enjoying about this. Share a comment. Share something that we can do to add more value to you. That's how we're getting to where we are now, because we're adding value thanks to your feedback and comments. So it really does mean a whole lot to us. Okay, let's get back over here. So, as we come down the home stretch here. Oh, okay, we're here. Message. Okay, so now we're at the message of the day. We're at the 16-minute and 42-second mark. We've gone over, but I love to share the message of the day, and it's just my thoughts. It's just my thoughts for you. So let's go ahead and share that with them right now if we can. Here we go. The message of the day: don't belittle small beginnings. For some of you, as you're getting started, you're tracking your results with the CEO Sales Dashboard. And I got an email 3 days ago from a person that said, this just isn't working for me. And maybe it's not working for them. But I did send a note back and I asked the question, are you using the CEO Sales Dashboard consistently so that you then can make better decisions, in my opinion, when you're managing the process? And the person said, no, they were just kind of tracking it in their head. Now, there's not a good thing or bad thing. But here's what we do know. You can take small steps to losing weight, but if you don't step on that scale every single day, if you don't measure your food every day, if you don't check how often you're going to the gym, you might not get the progress you want. What's my message to you? Don't despise small beginnings. Take little steps now to get big results later. You got what it takes. You are amazing. You are incredible. And as you're listening to the sound of my voice right now, I want you to know that I believe for you, your best is still yet to come. You showed up. And only winners show up at the CEO Sales Huddle, especially consistently. And this is the place that we come to. So I hope you can hear where my heart is. That's the message of the day. I hope you can hear where my heart is, really. We're going to do some amazing things together. We're going to do something special. You're in a special place right now. You're in a special conversation. Your competition is not in the CEO Sales Huddle right now, likely. You are, and you're here. And so tomorrow will be much better than today, and we'll keep taking baby steps together. Let me say thank you so much for giving me 15 minutes of your time. In this case, 18 minutes and 41 seconds of your time. I appreciate you. I believe in you, and I know you're going to not only impact lives, but you're going to create a legacy on this planet that be left behind long after you're gone. Thanks for tuning in to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name is and remains Che Brown. I appreciate you. Peace, everybody. We out of here.